Obviously, congratulations to Alabama advancing to the College World Series. It was a good series, very well hard-fought series for sure. I think there was obviously some really good hitting. I think there's a great case over those 3 games for instant replay and also an electronic strike zone. So that's my opinion on that. But it is what it is. I take my hat off to my team who really worked hard, never gave in, and we'll be better next year.
All right, questions for the student athletes only, please.
It's disappointing, especially since I've been my first 2 years, but this team is something special, and I've never seen the amount of fight that I have. Sorry. This team deserves the world, and I can't wait to see where we go. There was no doubt in anyone's mind. I think that through regionals, we really started to feel and know what we are capable of and what we're about, and Texas fight is no joke. We just knew that we had to lay it all out on the line and keep fighting until the last pitch.
Did y'all see anything different from Montana today than you saw yesterday and the day before?
I think she threw the same way she threw all 3 days. She went out there and competed, so hats off to her.
What was that like? The way both of us really kind of went back and forth. Like somebody did something, they responded. Y'all responded with the grand slam and before we got to the team. What was the feeling there as far as, you know, that was going to be kind of the way it was going to be, you know, last at that, whoever got kind of a big deal when it mattered. Obviously, Alabama got their final run.
From postseason on, no one's going to lay down. I think that you have to have the mindset that everybody's going to compete and everybody wants that trophy at the end, and there's only going to be one team standing. So you have to expect a dogfight, and that's what we got.
That was a scary thing that happened yesterday. What did you have around? Look out what you do.
It meant a lot just to have her presence there, whether she's in the lineup or not. Just having her there with us meant a lot.
Good spirits from her side, so it kind of transferred over to us.
We can only go up from here, work hard in the fall, and get ready for the next season.
Final question? Not, ladies, you're dismissed. Thank you. I kind of touched on it, but obviously they were played early. You kind of showed that working in favor of you. How much was it frustrating out there that things kind of didn't take away?
Well, that wasn't the only day, right? There were several others. So that's all I'm going to say about it. But this game it's getting too quick, I think. And all the other major codes have it. Even Little League has it. And I was a proponent for last year. I wrote a rule for it, and it came back and they said it needs to be, have greater detail to it. Are you kidding me? I mean, we put 4 umpires out there and that hasn't improved anything, right? We need instant replay. And I'll guarantee you'll see it again in the College World Series. There will be plays made that should be reversed upon review. It's already happened in the postseason, right, with the SEC tournament. Heaven knows the very first one was called wrong, and how do you do that? I don't know. But we've got to get better at it. There's too much on the line here, way too much on the line. That was a huge run. But it is what it is. We shot ourselves in the foot. It wasn't no umpires. we didn't help ourselves. There's no doubt about that, and we've got to get better at it, and we know we've got to get better at it. It was our Achilles heel all year, and we know it. And it was heartbreaking because we battled so hard, and we've always said defense wins championships. And that's what you're going to see against Oklahoma. You're going to see a very, very good defensive team that shortstop they've got is probably one of the best shortstops in the country, if not the best.
Do you feel like that whether it's a snake bit, whether it's the one in center or even pop the little move to third that, Shane just kind of looked over his shoulder and maybe,
Yeah, you do feel a little snake bit sometimes. You mount a comeback but it's not like they tried to make that serious. I mean, nobody feels worse than them, but it's just one of those deals you got to deal with. And what I was proud about is why we bounced back. We even mounted a strong case in the last innings, and everything happens for a reason. We got to go back. We got to regroup. We got to rebuild. We got to get better. That's what the game's telling us, and that's going to be our focus.
Coach, you lose the number one pitcher in like somebody.
Sure.
How do you feel like your other pitchers responded competitively?
I think they did very well. Considering it was hot out there today, but we're kind of used to the heat to Texas. So, Larry did a great job. Obviously, Alabama made some adjustments, and then she just made 2 mistakes back to back. But she battled, and then Mary Adams came in and did fantastic. Used off speed, mixed the ball around a little bit. Brooke got in trouble with walks, and if I know there's 2 things that are going to hurt you in this game, it's going to be walks and errors. And we were the victim of those.
But what did the Ravens say to you about that play and how they
it comes down to fundamentals, and really, catching the ball low on the shoulder is not the way to catch the ball. You got to catch the ball up high with one hand, and that's what happened there. And you don't know, because I don't know exactly what happened. I just told her to keep her spirits up. I said, you've got to be there for us. You can't worry about that. You can't take it with you. Down is down, and that's all you could really say. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've come a long way. We started off the season really well. We scored quite a few runs per game, and then we went into the conference and we kind of hit a skid. And it was everybody at once, and the only real constant we had was Mary Iakopo and Janae Jefferson. Those two had just kept it there, and then all of a sudden, last weekend we had that adversity by losing the first game, and we broke through, and I felt really good about it. It would have been interesting to see what could have happened there if we could have made some big outs, but I'm proud of them. I mean, they never gave up. They're learning, new coaches, new system, new players, and coming to a big place like this, there's a lot of fans, know their softball, a lot of pressure, and I think they dealt with it pretty well.
Game's not over yet, and obviously, but
Yeah.
objectively indicate that Alabama is a multi-game matchup. Kind of give us a little bit of a preview of how they experience that matchup.
Well, Oklahoma's got 3 number 1 pitchers, so that gives them the variety there. They're all different. You got a really good lefty. You've got a hard throwing righty, and again, I'll say the other one. The a lot of rise balls and spin. So they've got a lot of weapons in their arsenal. Defensively, extremely strong. They're big. They're strong. They're fast. Very deep. One of the best clubs I've seen. Now, if Alabama plays a game, they've got power too. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, and what's it going to come down to is the team that makes the plays or doesn't make the plays. Makes the pitches, doesn't make the pitches. Always that way. Well, I think it's very good. I said we can't practice being in this environment. We can't practice this. We tell the players what it's like because we've been there. But unless you experience it's hard to explain. And so now we know what it's like. We know how bitter it is. They know the lessons we've been trying to teach them all year. They're starting to see it come out. So now it just gives us a really solid base to build on. And that's what I said to the team after the thing. I said, we are going to build on this. We are going to get stronger. We will be better next year.
Final question.